was just sitting here talking to my ancestors. They were talking about something else. Though. They talking about this money situation and who did what, how they did it. Basically, get my stuff back, put me back together. Anyway, they were saying something about true facts about forest, which would be what little I know would be mates, sexual partners, a lover, lovers. True facts about forest, loss, or I don't know. And they were like corn facts, corn begging or something like that. I already knew it though. I just like to make it about sex, but it wasn't never about sex. It never had nothing to do with sex. My grandma taught me that years ago. She used to always say, women have babies. That's all she used to say. You really think it's got anything to do? She was like, women have babies. When men would come up bragging. Like, we got mostly dominant masculine. Our family is mostly, very masculine, too masculine. Some women too, And they'll be like, my grandma would check them and be like, man, women have kids. That's all she would say. But it ain't never about that. I saw it for myself. Like, my grandma had everything she wanted. But the most beautiful part about my grandma that I had to figure out for myself and apply it to my life was that she knew when to be content somehow. That's very hard to do, ladies and gentlemen. That's very hard to do. Because it's like, especially when you competing with friends, female or male, you can have a home, you can have a car, you can have it paid off, but your friend might get a bigger home, a nicer car. And then you're going to complain to your lover about the home and the car, and y'all going to keep doing that. You ain't never going to be happy. You're never going to be happy. My grandma now had a farm. They had everything they needed. My grandma now had a farm. They had a house, had a car, and they can go get money. If they had ran out of money, they can make money because they had stuff to make money with. They had tractors, they had go-karts. I had the go-karts. My grandma said she wanted to drive them though. My grandma like, I'm gonna go get a four-wheeler. My grandma she wanted a four-wheeler so bad, I don't know what the hell wrong. My grandma was 70-something years old, bro. We had to go get her a car. And she said, I just want a four-wheeler. She used to always say, I just want a four-wheeler. I don't know what the hell, bro. My grandma wanted a horse or a four-wheeler, bro. That old lady, I tell you the truth. Anyway. She was content, though. She was content. I don't know how she was content like that, y'all, but she was content. I've been learning it every day, though. I can tell you one thing. I took a lot out of it. I learned a lot from it because I saved a lot of money. I gained my security fast. And if my ex-wife didn't do it, the self-strip, she didn't hit that self-strip button like she It was like somebody had her so turned up, she blowed her own legs off. What that in a movie? What dude was on the phone with her? He blowed his legs off or some shit. I don't know what that girl was thinking about. Oh my God, bro. Ooh, wait. You just gotta slow down when you move that fast. Some people feel like they're in a position where they can have anything in the world and they'll try to go get it. And they always lose miserably, bro. I ain't trying to be funny, bro, because some people that really torture themselves in this situation. Well, I'm trying to get people to understand energy so we ain't got to go down this road no more, because ain't that down there, bro. I'm telling you, you can ask any real street cat, they're going to tell you start taking up. If you start hoeing or you start doing the right drug, and you start sleeping with the right people, they going to tell you, charge it to the game. It don't matter who you think you are. No matter what your status is, you finna go. The streets is finna eat you alive. The streets ain't got no friends. The streets choose it who it want to be his friend. And if you ain't his friend, it's gonna eat the rest of y'all. You better get in and get out. You can't be in there like that. And what I mean by the streets, I mean, I don't know what my answer was talking about, but from what I got it out of it, it's a lot of people begging for money. Male and female. And you begging for money, some of y'all don't even need it. You got a house, you got a family, you got this, you got that. You don't even need it. But you keep begging for money. Because you losing money just as fast as you get it. Because you're not content. My grandma didn't waste money. She can get up and buy a diamond ring any day she wanted to. She can get up and buy clothing. She can get up and buy a car. She wouldn't though. They kept all their money in the account. And then they didn't spend their money. Their kid would come and get all their money out of them. And they had a lot of kids. My grandma then had nice things. My grandma just stayed in her garden, cleaned her house. Her sister lived across the street, so she used to have, deal with her sister and her sister family. So it wasn't always bad, but when everybody started dying, she was by herself. I wish I had spent more time with her so bad. That's the only part I dread about my whole life. I was riding around with that chicken head, bro. I should have left that girl and took care of my grandma. Damn. The signs was there. I'm still riding around hoping for a better day. Don't waste y'all time with people, man. People will waste your time. And now that I know they got this sacrificial chamber for lovers, man, they'll keep you in there years. Like they have people in prisons and everything. I keep hearing this name Kurt in my energy. They got these people, they got these people in prison and everything. They'll call them like my female, like the flame, bro. We would have a whole good day, and somebody would text her, and she'll just take off and hit me in the face. Just take off and smack me in the mouth. We done had a great day, and she done even text the person. We done had such a good. It's like I don't even know what the text is about, but the way she took off and hit me in the mouth, it's like somebody texted her and said, "Go ahead and do what I told you." Like a pimp called her and said, "Hit him in the eye." And it was like she texted back and said, "I don't want to do that. We just had a good day. Do what I told you." She take off, hit me in the eye, hit me in the mouth. Like I was so sick of that garbage. My ex-wife used to do the same thing. Same thing, bro. And that's why I think God don't know who you pimps is. I think I somewhat know. I think y'all in the family, bro. I'm glad I don't even want to know. Because I want you to hit me in the mouth. See how fast I switch gears on you? That's why I say it ain't got nothing to do with looking bad. It got to do with I ain't got my justice. As long as I ain't got my justice yet, I'm going to stay in my feelings about it. Now. But anyway, let me calm down. Cause that got on my nerve, bro. All them women, even my ex-fiance, same thing. The same thing. They tore them girls up. But it was thankfully, but it was them that made me realize it always been going on my whole life. You know, well, after Terrell told me. And I started realizing these people still in my age. I ain't never been around these people in such a long time. But anyway, like I said, this ain't about me, this to help y'all. That's what it is. My grandma was content. It was like she finally, I watch old folks, bro, especially the ones that got it made. I watch them because I see I want to know how did you get it made when you just came out? How did you get it made when you pretty much were still living in slavery days? How did you get it made or have it made? Yeah, how did you get it made out of all them trials and tribulations? How did you even figure out how to live happily? How did you figure out how to raise a family in those dire situations, in those terrible situations? Them situations is trials and tribulations on top of it. Like you got your trial and tribulation God gonna give you, then you got trial and tribulation this stubborn racist man finna give you on top of the trial and tribulation God finna give you. How did you get through that and still raise a family and still get money and still have money saved up, still have this, still have that? How did you do that and still have a humble relationship with your spouse? How? I had to pay attention, bro. And then the cheating was involved, all that was involved. The same stuff going there, all that was involved, but somehow they evolved out of that situation, even though it was still going on, to a mindset of comfort. How? So I started observing. And I realized one of the key things, I didn't figure it all out. I still don't. I wish she'd have just told me. But one thing I figured out was the fact that she was content. My grandpa was content. They had what they needed. It wasn't nothing they didn't need. So it made no sense when their friends came by the house and said, we got a bigger house. And they did. And we got a nicer car. And they just congratulated them. Well, that's good. They didn't say it in a bad way, though. You know, you can say that, well, that's good. You can say that, the tone of the way you say that, you can say that in such a way where people be like, they were hating. They were hating on me. You know what I'm saying? But they congratulate them in a good way. They were like, that's great. That's great. Let's go see it. Let's go see what you got. You know, that's great. But they didn't, when they got home, they didn't even talk about it. They could care less. They already had their home. They already had what they needed. If anything, they advanced their home. They, you know what I'm saying? They took care of their cars. They were like, why would you buy something when you don't need it? So, like, when my grandma got out of that, when my grandparents got out of that mindset, I'm sure they was in that mindset. But I'm going to tell y'all something. As long as I knew them, I ain't never seen it. So they've been over it for a long time. It's like when they got out of that mindset, they got happy. They got relaxed. They got calm. Everything was copacetic. They didn't worry no more. A lot of stuff left. So, okay, what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say that a lot of y'all out there feel like y'all gotta sleep with somebody to get $1 and gotta do this or do that because you want extra. You already got what you need. Now can you pay your house off? Now can you go pay your car off? Okay, when you pay your house a car, you gonna start having problems. That's yours now. That's yours. You pay your house a car, that's yours. You ain't gotta worry about your friend coming. You ain't gotta worry about your new lover taking it. That's yours. You know, you keep that deed. You go lock that deed up in a safe and bury it. That's yours. You don't need to get at Tom, Dick, and Harry. You don't need to get at Joe. Joe don't need to know about your deed. I've been noticing that, bro. Like, these secret lovers, these third wheels, the fifth wheels, they only in people's life to destroy it. And the first way they're gonna destroy it by taking your paperwork and making it theirs. You don't even need, once you pay your own house and your car off, you don't even need nobody, no lover, nobody need to know about it, period. Because it's yours. Okay, now, let's say you got this by yourself. Okay, now you taking up you keeping up the maintenance on it. The worst case scenario in this situation, when it comes down to common sense, would be for you to say, okay, at this house I got it, it's paid off, it's mine, but it's too big. I'm gonna sell it and get a smaller house. That's it. Outside of that, you got your house, you got your car, you got all these services stuff. Eventually, you ain't gonna have that. Okay, now what we gonna do? We cutting down on the study income that's keep going out. Okay, you cutting all that out. We cutting down on, okay. Now the common sense and reality gonna kick in right here. All right, man. I need somebody to keep cooking for me. I ain't trying to dismay service or nothing. We trying to grow here. Uh, I need somebody to keep my car up. I need somebody to keep my house up. Ding dong. You need not that. You need you need a good man finally. Okay, now you need a good man to service your house, to service your car. That's gonna alleviate the maid service and all the money. I ain't trying to take nobody money out there, but I'm just saying people get tired of this after so long. That's gonna get rid of all that. Unless you done got old and you got that kind of money and you buy this. Either way it go, y'all gonna have a job, so don't hate. Just sit over there and be quiet. So, anyway, like I said, that's how it work. That's how it work. You realize, okay, now around this time you gonna be in your mid-30s, mid-40s, if not 50 years old. You gonna realize, okay, I'm tired of doing this, doing that, and I'm really tired of these friends of mine that keep coming over here. Yeah, I got this. They really ain't friend. They program, Satan program, probably. They program get on your nerves, and the whole time you thought they was your friend, they was actually tempting you, and you were falling into temptation. Now all you gotta do is tell them no. To get rid of a friend, to get rid of a so-called friend, a lot of y'all out there, I felt it yesterday. A lot of y'all out there ask y'all, say, how can I get rid of people? All you gotta do is turn down their temptation. They're gonna leave you alone anyway because they wasn't ever your friend. That same thing go for lovers too. You ain't even gotta, if you rich and you trying to find the lovers and real friends, you ain't gotta lose your money to find it. All you gotta do is be true to yourself. When they ask you the typical stuff they ask you to keep you low vibrational, just say no. It might take a while. It might take 3 or 4 visits, or if not a month of visits. They might visit you for a year, but they gone after that. You're gonna notice the fade out because they're gonna come lesser and lesser and lesser. They wasn't never your friend, they was just a program. Life is harsh, man. Once you realize the reality and once you really out and snap you gotta get yourself out the matrix in your mind first. I'm telling you, my grandparents, I learned a lot from them. They asked me did I want them to come back. I said, hell no. As much as I love them, as much as I miss them, hell no. Y'all free and it sound like y'all in a great place over there. Don't come back over here. Cause it's like when you come back over here, you get the option to get stuck in hell. And you ain't going back to heaven for a very, 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 very long time. So no, that Satan had it. I mean, whoever, whatever this is. It ain't God though. I heard somebody try to say heaven ain't here. I'm sorry. Heaven ain't living here. Heaven ain't nowhere near earth. The only thing on earth, I'm telling y'all for a fact, the only thing on earth right now at this moment, heaven will be here when God decided to purge and cleanse. He can't do that because you ain't letting him cleanse the people that he need to help cleanse the earth. The chosen one, the 144,000, obviously the one that's going to help cleanse the earth and purge the earth so you could get that paradise on earth. You ain't never going to get that as long as you keep torturing them to death. Common sense, we ain't using it no more. Because everybody keeps selling their soul. You got these seer hearts running around here, seer minds and seer hearts running around here. You don't lost your mind. You don't want to change. You still stuck and stagnated in the sex realm. You still tee-high about sex realm. Yeah, this is why. Who cares about that? That's irrelevant. And you still so grown. The only reason why it's still going on because so many of y'all that's cool and so many of y'all that people look up to that's involved in it. And this is how you steer the youth. So let's say the people like me stop fighting and we just follow you. And we already know you finna steer the youth on top of that roof. and they're gonna jump off just like you. The blind can't lead the blind. But yeah, anyway, back to this sum this up. To get this out the way. That's what a real man do. He gonna take care of your house. You got pestilent problem, he gonna take care of that. You got labor problem, he gonna take care of that. Maintenance problem. So you're not gonna notice this till you finally get to the point where your lower back hurting, and you tired of going out there dropping it like it's hot. And this time your eye gonna open like this, and you're gonna be looking for love. And this time you ain't gonna be looking for love in all the wrong places. Your eye gonna be like that. You're gonna realize it's hard to find love. Real hard to find love. No matter if they display or exotic, don't matter. It's hard to find love. And since you don't know how to find love, you done slept with almost 10,000, 15,000 people, and you still ain't found love yet. And you ain't even a whore. Probably slept with that many people over your lifetime, whatever. There's a lot of people when you think about it. I know I said the same thing to myself. I said, man, how many people have I actually slept with? And when you actually think about it from the time you were born up to now, that's a lot of people. And it's actually a number, a quarter. You meet a certain quarter. Let me shut up. But anyway, that go for men or women. You meet a certain quarter. It ain't good or bad. It's just I was gonna tell y'all some science in it, but anyway, but that's why I was saying that. I want to say this to the men out there. It ain't never about sex, y'all. It's about self-esteem. That really was a joke. It was a comedian joke. I mean, it's been going on for years before I was born. It's just something. Honestly, men started to use it, let women use it to get away from it. All you gotta say is, she got this problem. She gonna say, oh, he got this problem, and they stay away from each other. But we need to evolve and grow out of that, and we need to admit the real reason why we left one another or why we're not together. And once we do that, we release whatever was keeping us confined in that small space. But in our mind, keeping us from evolving. But yeah, so you realize, like I said, 50 years old. You ain't got no choice, because see, your body gonna tell you at 50, even if you still on drugs. By this time, if you're using drugs to enhance your sexual desires, by this time the drugs is definitely just getting you out of bed and putting you in bed. You ain't even having fun on the drug. You literally gotta have a drug just to have, just to function normal. So by this time, it's no more testosterone building. So now your lover's getting on your nerves, okay? So now you need a lover so y'all can be, one lover apiece. You looking for one lover now. You ain't looking for all them lovers. You ain't looking for all that running around and talking about folding teeth here. You ain't looking for that no more. It's old. Your bones hurt. Your muscle hurt. Yeah, if a lot of us today are living way too fast, so now we can put mid-30s in the equation with 50 years old. So around mid-30s to 50 years old, for a fact. That's why I keep saying 50 though, because I want us to pay attention to this moment and pay attention to all the people right now who think they got it going on. By the time we reach 50, if we all still alive, look back, half of them gonna be dead and gone, wish they dead and gone, or they're gonna be looking for a real lover, and they ain't gonna have it. They're gonna probably get it, but it's hard to find love. It's hard to find love. And when we finally found, normally when love presents itself to us, we not, normally when love presents itself to us, we're not interested. And we bang on love. We destroy love, we tear love apart. Weeping and gnashing of the teeth at love. We can care less about love. Good or bad, no matter who you is. We put love in test chambers. We put love in boxes. We squeeze love till love ain't love no more. And we treat it like that roach on Freddy Krueger. We put that roach in that camera. And a woman turn into a roach, it crushed her like that real slow. That's how we do it.